but a very special guest this morning. I want to welcome, she's the head softball coach at Southern University, Coach Brittney Williams. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Listen, you are becoming what we like to call the fan favorites. The people really like you when they listen to you. Maybe it's your voice, maybe it's your energy at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, but whatever it is, at the same time, I'm seeing it over in the program, the softball program. As I'm looking at the team now, the overall record is 21-22. You guys are 12-11 in conference play and 10-4, holding it down at home right there on the bluff end. Listen, just the energy that you have been putting into this program and watching it grow, I have to say from afar, seeing it, it feels good to see this program headed in the right direction. And I know for you, you got to feel good seeing the program head in that direction. And going back, April the 18th, 19th, you guys took on Alcorn in a 3-game series. You beat Alcorn 3-1 in game 1, 7-6 in game 2, and 7-1 in game 3. Now, listen, I'm going to get a little tough on you here, Coach.
Go ahead.
We can't be losing to Pine Bluff now. All right,
That's
my mama. That's my mama alma mater. She get a little bragging rights. She get to talking a little noise. And anybody in Pine Bluff, anytime Southern, if Pine Bluff beats Southern in anything, they make sure they tag me. They send it. They like, yeah, how you feel about it? I said, man, don't worry about it, okay? But just looking at this program, you fell short against Pine Bluff, and then you lost the series to Grambling, but you won game 3 of the series 3-0. Just on that back end, but just nonetheless headed in the right direction this season. You can see the stepping stones of this program and where it's headed. And for you, how do you feel as you see those, as they say, that culture that you build and starting to come in and really become a reality?
It's very, it's very exciting, especially getting into this part of the season. We are able to still mix people around. We kind of have our logistic strategy that we're rolling, and it's fun to see all aspects of the team contribute in the way that they're supposed to in order to get this machine rolling. So it's fun. It's fun to see.
What is the biggest thing that you want to instill as a culture coming in and getting a program headed in the right direction as a head coach?
The biggest thing I try to tell my girls is to remember that this is a game. We started playing it when we were kids. It is something that we did for fun. And then sometimes when you get older and you start getting into the technicality of things, you start adding pressure to it for no reason. So I want every player here under me to play free, to be smart and know the game. And then I also encourage them too that fun comes from expanding your level. So knowing that at one point you couldn't catch this ball, but now that catch is routine for you. Or you were maybe hitting it to the fence at one time, and now we can get it over consistently. And seeing your work that you've put in since the fall come out into fruition. So that's kind of what I like to instill in them. Have fun and test the limit.
All right, now this is the reality of the coaching world, right? And this is the reality of what I see here on the schedule. You guys dropped 2 games to Pine Bluff. You dropped 2 games to Grambling, but you won that last one. You're going to have one more game to make up today with Pine Bluff. You guys are playing this in Jackson. But I have this conversation with all type of coaches. When you're having success and on the back end, your team kind of go through a little down period, how do you get your team prepared before you head into a tournament to turn things around? For you as a coach, what do you have to do to get this team to realize, hey, failure is a part of the game, but it can't be the entire game. At some point, we got to be able to get our minds back on track, and we got to get out here and win it, because it's win or go home once we get to the tournament.
Yes, we've been doing a lot of reflecting. So no one can take away what you've already had and the success that you've already had. So I just reminded them, like, you're the team that has, with 20-plus wins now, which hasn't been done since 97 at Southern University.
1997 was the last time Southern softball team had 20-plus wins?
Yes.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. So, like, just reminding them of those things and letting them know that at this part of the season, some people, are talking to their friends and they're getting ready to go home and you're doing exams and everybody's tired, but we didn't put in all of this work to end early, So we've been focused on that. We've been locked in on that, and also balancing our needs like I said, finals are next week. So allowing them to kind of get some rest mentally and physically, and being able to go ahead and pass those exams so that we can go in worry-free next week. So just trying to make sure that I'm catering to their needs as well.
I definitely understand because there's a lot to juggle and balance as a student athlete. But, the main thing is when you have, and sometimes you can have that with a program that has found that newfound success and then complacency, getting content and realize, hey, the journey not over. Let's tell the story once we done. Unless you're ready to be done now, we can be done, but I'm not ready for it to be done. I want to bring home a ring. I want to bring home a trophy. Like, that's the motivation. Like, what do we want to do when the story is told? We just want to be the team that won the 20-plus game, or do we want to be the team that they bring that up after the fact that we won the championship? That's
right.
That's one of the things that it often can fall into that place. But let's look at this. Let's look at the SWAC standings. Let's start over in the SWAC East, Coach. Let's look at Mississippi Valley, who is at the bottom of the SWAC East. They're 0-24 in conference play, 2-36 overall. That is a tough place to be for Mississippi Valley. Alabama, what you laughing at? Hey, don't be in that place, Coach. All right.
No,
hey, Alabama A&M, 10-14 in conference play, 19-25 overall on the season. They're riding a 4-game win streak right now. Then you look at Alabama State. They're 14-10 in conference play, 16-34 overall on the season. Bethune-Cookman, the Wildcats, 14-9 on the softball side, tied with Jackson State. Both of those teams 14-9. Bethune-Cookman, 21-28 overall on the season. Jackson State, 24-22. They're above 500. And then the top team over on the East are the Rattlers of Florida A&M, 19-5 in conference play. They're 23-18 overall. Let's just look at the SWAC East. Your thoughts on the SWAC East and the way those teams have stacked up, especially looking at Bethune, Jackson, and Florida A&M.
Yes, that's a tough side. We are kind of planning for them now, all of them, and they've been battling out to the end. So it's going to be interesting in SWAC East to see what happens.
Sound like you had like a deep sigh, like that's tough. We planning for them now.
Yes, we are. I mean, it's a battle. So.
Looking over at the SWAC West, we start at the bottom. Alcorn State, 6-18 in conference play. They're 11-29 in conference play. You look at Grambling State, 9-15 in conference play, 16-29 overall. Pine Bluff, today's opponent that you guys are playing in a makeup game up in Jackson, Mississippi. They're 9-14 in conference play, 14-27 overall. But the Golden Lions in the softball side are riding a 4-game win streak. Look at Texas Southern. They're 13-11, 13-23 overall on the season. And then here you are, the Southern University Jaguars in second place at 13-10 in conference play, 22-21 overall on the season. Then you look at Prairie View, 21-3 in conference play, and they're 27-19 overall. You're right there in second place, Coach. When we first started talking early on, you were teetering near that bottom, but you guys have jumped up there. Got series victory over Prairie View, Texas Southern, Alcorn. You guys are heading in the right direction, getting your team in second place. But talk about that SWAC West and those teams you've had to go up against.
Man, SWAC West has been tough, especially when you have to do the second round. Like you see the team for the 6th time this year. So battling on that end has been tough. Like I said, that's what kind of got us at the end. But I mean, we have confidence knowing that we beat everybody on that side. So if we see them again in SWAC T, like it's a done deal already.
Let me ask you this. Looking at Prairie View, who's at the top of the West, you guys won the series against them. And then look at Florida A&M. If you had to judge, and who would you say would probably be the better team between those two?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. Both bring energy. Both bring different parts of the game that cause them to be champions. But, I mean, FAMU, they've been hot. They've been hot this year. Their bat's been hot. Their pitching is a little bit better, in my opinion, as well. So we have to go with FAM.
Because you beat Prairie View, so now we ain't going to give him no credit. Where's the game today against UAPB up in Jackson? I've had some people that's responded saying, where would that game be played? Because, you know, we do have some Southern people up in the Mississippi area.
Yes. So we are playing at Jackson State Field. They have an inning to make up against Bethune and them. So they're going to play their inning first. and then our game will start at 2:00.
Ooh, y'all watch them now. You don't know what they capable of doing up there when Southern coming, especially if they not playing. I don't know what I'm just messing with Jackson people. Listen, that's what the essence of the rivalry is, and you better believe they're gonna be scouting and looking. But okay, let's look at Gulfport, Mississippi, the SWAC tournament. After we get done with today, when are they gonna begin to put out the seeding?
Should be honestly right when we get done today. They're just trying to see. Our game depends on if UAPB and Grambling, which one of those get in, and then the game between Jackson and Bethune decides who's second or third. On that side, which there's 1 inning left. Jackson was up 3, and it was 1 out. So Bethune's trying to solidify that second spot, with those circumstances.
Looking at the SWAC Softball Tournament, it's going to be May 6th, starting on Tuesday through May 9th, which is Friday at Gulfport, Mississippi, at Gulfport Sportsplex. It's going to be the SWAC Softball Tournament. All right, you looking at this. You're the second team and number 2 team in the SWAC West right now. Projected, where do you look at your seeding to be if you were to project it right now?
Well, they have us at second, but TSU will win that tie. So they're actually, at the end of the day, still going to be second. Yeah, so we are third, which I'm projected that we're going to end up playing Jackson State, which will be number 2 on the east side. So we'll have PV at 1, TSU at 2. We'll take 3, and then depending on what happens today, which of course we're going to come with the win, then that means Graham will be 4.
Dang on Grambling, Jackson. And listen, the SWAC is tough with any of those names. Then you can tell when it's Southern. They all stand up just a little bit taller when they see Southern across from them. But looking at this tournament moving forward, I'm hoping by next time I talk to you, listen, Coach, I'm going to be praying for you, pulling for you. And I'm going to be trying to check it out because I know they have it live streamed, that you guys get it done because, first of all, what an amazing season. And I want to say, congratulations to you and give you your flowers while I can, because the fact that you have this program with the most win total since the 90s, and we're 25 years into the 2000s. In my mind, the 90s was still 10 years ago. I got to let that go. And most Jaguar fans got to let that go, too. They think Pete Richardson was coaching 10 years ago. He was not. All right, but to consider that the best record since 97, that goes to show that you're doing something and you're doing it the right way with this program. And it's still, with everything, there's ups and downs, but nonetheless, you're doing it the right way. And for you, how does that feel to know the way that you want to do it and you see the results of how you want to do it?
It makes me feel good. I pray every day that I breathe success into these ladies. It's not just me. It's not about me. It's about them, and letting them know that not only can they win on the field, but they can win off the field as well. Go get that internship. Go get that job that you want. Go get it. So teaching them what it takes to just be a champion all the way around. And I see it on and off the field. So that just makes me feel proud.
Oh, man, don't shed a tear this morning, Coach. Coaches are tough. But before I get ready to let you go, shout out your staff who has helped put you guys in this position as well.
Yes, one of my staff members just walked in right now, serving me. Jessie has been with me since day one, helping me with hitting and pitching and anything that I need behind the scenes. And then Coach Josh got in there 2 years ago and has been a big help with us with recruiting. So he's kind of my recruiting coordinator. He goes out and finds these girls that's helping us win a championship. So, yes, it's definitely a village over here.
Listen, Coach, I can be your hydration coach. I know how to make good Gatorade. I can put the water. If you need a coach, you can hire me. I can be the hydration coach, okay?
I got you.
Everybody need one of them. See, you need one so they don't cramp and everything else. I'm important to a program. So if you ever need a hydration coach, you let me know. You guys are playing UAPB today at 2:00 at Jackson State Softball Field. So any Southern fans in the Jackson, Mississippi area or near, be sure to get out there and support the Southern University softball team taking on UAPB up in Jackson, Mississippi. After today, the regular season comes to an end. We'll get the seeding. Coach said they're projected to be the 3rd seed. They'll be over in Gulfport, Mississippi for the SWAC tournament, which starts on Tuesday. So, Coach, good luck to you. I'm definitely going to have you on next Saturday if you are available, and we'll do a recap of the tournament and talk if you're available.
Oh, yes, that's no problem.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you guys today.
Okay, thank you.
Do not lose the Pine Bluff. I can't hear my mama mouth, Coach.
Can't do it
Please.
again. I got you.
Thank you, Coach.